All I gotta say is too little too late. Tony Khan is holding a grudge against one of AEW's top prospects, Jack Perry, following CM Punk's departure. Perry hadn't been heard or seen for months following the incident with CM Punk at AEW All In last August. The incident resulted in Perry being suspended and Punk being released. Perry has since started working with New Japan Wrestling, but remains under contract with AEW. The incident with Punk was after Punk advised Perry against using real glass for a segment on TV. At All In, Perry did a spot on the windshield of a car and made a reference to glass to a camera, leading to a physical altercation at All In. While speaking with Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer was asked about Perry's status with AEW. Brian Alvarez, this person here says, do we know for sure that Jack Perry was not fired by AEW? Has anyone asked? I have asked, and he has not been fired. He has not been fired. He's absolutely not been fired, but they're not using him. Alvarez, he just iced. So Tony's really mad at him because he cost him CM Punk. He's getting the blame. He probably should have been suspended for a month or two. Where are we at? 7 months now. 7 months. It's ridiculous. The punishment doesn't fit the crime at this point. I mean, it's like his fault because the other guy lost his mind. So I'm assuming he's talking about either Punk or Perry because I think what goes on behind the scenes at AEW, you gotta understand that this company is not like what it used to be. Many people are coming and going. Punk, Cody, Jada. It's like he is really desperate of trying to fix the damage of what's been broken. But it's unfortunately that CM Punk got fired by Bryan Danielson because he was working behind the scenes. So it wasn't Tony Khan, but it was Bryan Danielson. Which sucks because Punk had nothing to do with it. So I sometimes feel like the toxic individuals that work behind the camera, no. I sometimes feel like the toxic individuals behind the curtain that have problems with CM Punk are the real issues, not him. All he wanted to do was wrestle and find a good home. And he thought AEW was his home, but it wasn't. Thanks to controversies like this. Alvarez, I was gonna say, he didn't cost Tony CM Punk. CM Punk cost Tony. CM Punk, by getting into a fight over this, Punk could have just got Tony and said, suspend this dude. That was unprofessional and that would have been it, Cap. Again, either Punk started it or some young idiots behind the scenes started it. Punk didn't really have anything to do with what happened backstage. It was the people that really hated him that started this mess, wanting him gone in the first place. So until there's the real truth about the situation that comes out, we really don't know if Punk had anything to do with it. So I don't want to just assume that Punk really started it. I'm saying that we've seen a bunch of toxic individuals in the wrestling community that really hate Punk, calling him cancer and all of that, are the real cancer themselves. Punk was young and dumb in the past when he started talking shit about WWE, saying how they ruined his life, they treated him like garbage, they disrespected him, they fired him on his wedding date, which is a red flag because he did have every right to be upset about that. But ever since then, he's been mouthing off about the company and all, and everything. But thankfully, he changed all of that. All he needed was some time off from wrestling, getting his mind right, getting himself together. So, to me, I just feel like that Phil changed completely. The ones that really want to start some shit with him are the ones that are trying to get attention. Like this whole Booker T and CM Punk incident at NXT, which wasn't true after all, because all Booker T is trying to do is start some stuff and try to get attention because you don't like CM Punk, and yet you praised him when he returned. You see, these are the type of stuff that's gonna make a person want to quit wrestling for good, because if you don't like that person, fine, but don't go to social media and try to create a ruckus over it. At the end of the day, I personally feel like AEW have dropped the ball on CM Punk. Even he won his last match at the pay-per-view. He was never to be seen since. And ever since he came back to WWE, it felt like I was watching the old CM Punk, but on a different level. He's changed, he's matured, and he's no longer this toxic person that he was years ago. But the ones that call him cancer, you are the real cancer, not him. CJ Perry was in the wrong for everything. Him and everybody else that got into it with him backstage, like, y'all are the real problem, not him. So I just want to get my thoughts and opinions on this, man. But like I said, even though Tony Khan is still mad at CJ Perry about this, too little too late, bruh. Where was this energy at when all of this occurred? And then Alvarez go try to say he blamed CM Punk for starting this whole fight. Like, nigga, what are you talking about? You're making it seem like CM Punk started it where he clearly didn't. So, link to the article will be down below, and I'm gonna catch you on my next video.